This is the human race in 2024. They're the size of a thumb. It turns out that in the future, in order to solve the problem of overpopulation, scientists have invented shrinking technology to save resources by shrinking humans by 2,000 times. In the normal world, a single buttermilk cookie can last a shrunken human for 3 months. Of course, the best part is that $1 in the real world is worth $1,000 in the mini world. That's why most poor people choose to undergo shrinkage surgery and come to the shrinking world to lie down and enjoy a happy life. Paul and Anna are a couple of ordinary workers who have been struggling for most of their lives and still living in a rented room, even afraid to have children. When they found out about this technology, the couple thought long and hard about it and finally decided to go for it. Because men and women have to have separate surgeries, Paul and Anna signed an agreement to meet in the mini world after the surgery and then went into the operating room individually. Before the operation begins, the entire body is shaved, including hair, body hair, eyebrows, beard and so on. Next is an enema to remove the stool from the body. The last important step is the extraction of the teeth, because if the teeth are not extracted cleanly, the teeth cannot be reduced during the operation and will burst the shrunken head. The last step is to put the body in the oven and bake it until it's cooked to 7 minutes. Once again, they come out as miniature human beings. After that, the nurses are all ready to go and take small spatulas to carefully turn each miniature person over and place them on the wheel. It's important to be careful when handling the miniatures, otherwise the skin may break or the body may be destroyed. Then all the miniatures will be handed over to the same miniature staff, and a pair of special dentures will be attached, and the whole process will be completed. At this time, Paul was still thinking about a bright future with his wife. Just then he gets a phone call, and it turns out that Anna has also finished. And then Anna told him a truth he couldn't accept. I never thought that during the shaving stage Anna would suddenly back out. She couldn't let go of her parents and all her friends and family, so she chose to give up, to become a shrink. Despite Paul's pleas, Anna wouldn't budge and Paul was forced to become a single dog. Luckily, things weren't that bad. The next day, Paul went to his villa, and when he entered, he realized that the villa was very elegant. The only bad thing was that he could only live by himself. But it wasn't long before another piece of bad news came his way. In the future, everyone will be able to live in a luxury villa if they are injected with a magical potion that can shrink humans by 1,000 times. It will not affect the reproduction of human beings. Not only will everyone live in large villas, but the food crisis will be solved. The eco company that invented this technology has created an eco park. The less affluent families will be able to live in abundance with this technology. Because prices are so cheap in Lilliputian countries, your current value will be enlarged by a factor of 1,000. After the reduction surgery, Paul was looking forward to a happy life with his wife. But he didn't expect his wife to change her mind. Not only that, she sent him divorce papers. Paul was forced to move out of the villa. After a few months of living in a shrunken world, Paul felt lonely and wanted to find a companion again. But now he was old and broke, and every time he went on a date, he got a good guy card. Paul was so depressed that he went to his new friend David to complain. David is a small businessman and he told Paul that he could make 2,000 cigars out of the 50 cigars in the world. He told Paul that he could make 2,000 cigars out of 50 cigars in the outside world and sell them in the real world for $1 a piece and make a fortune. As they were talking, Paul saw a cleaning lady coming up the stairs. He followed her up, and when he entered the house, he saw the cleaning lady stealing. Because she was a woman, Paul had to talk to her. The woman replied that she wasn't stealing. She was helping David with his expired medication, and that she had permission to do so. The two of them exchanged pleasantries and Paul realized that her name was Lisa. As Lisa was leaving, Paul noticed that she was walking in a different way. Because of his work as a physiotherapist, he said that Lisa's leg could become a vegetable if not treated in time. Unexpectedly, Lisa then told the truth that Lisa was a stowaway. She didn't volunteer for the reduction surgery, but was forced to do it after she went to prison. But an accident on the way forced her to amputate one of her legs. With Paul's help, Lisa's condition improved a lot, and then she asked Paul to go to the slums of the shrunken world. Entering the apartment, Paul was baffled by the number of windows and followed Lisa to the dormitory. Into a room here is very simple. On the bed lying a dying woman. Lisa said that the woman is very poor. Her husband did reduction surgery, forgot to pull out the teeth. People directly exploded on the spot. What's more, she was recently diagnosed with terminal cancer and is expected to die in a few days. Lisa's medication was all for the woman. Paul found a broken prosthetic leg at Lisa's house and wanted to fix it, but he didn't want to help and it broke. To make up for his mistake, he became Lisa's human crutch and carried her up and down the stairs every day. Over time, the two of them got closer. That day they came to David's house again and David wanted to invite them to Norway, because scientists predicted that the end of the world was coming. Norway was the last safe place and he had a shipment to deliver, so he planned to take Paul and the others for a ride. Finally, the group was ready to go.